Oscar Vargas, Democrat running for the Providence City Council, Ward 15 seat. Thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure. My pleasure to have you in my house.
So tell me why you're running for City Council.
I have a passion to serve the community and to work harder for them and to finish what was began and try to have a safety neighborhood. Then my kids and my constituent children can have a great future.
There are, 5 candidates at this point that we know of running in the Democratic primary. So how do you stand out from the 5 options that folks have in the primary?
I still know that I will work very hard for the community. I'm focusing in to keep Ward 15 safe and have a great education system for my children in this neighborhood. And that's what I stand for. I stand for to work for the community, be their employee, you know. I know I had to be open 24/7, and I'd be glad to do that. I'd be glad to answer the phone at any time when they need me, when they need an issue to get done in the neighborhood.
What do you think is the number one issue facing Ward 15?
Facing Ward 15, number one issue is trash and rodents. We got plenty of those because we have mattresses everywhere and we have trash everywhere. So I have a great program that will talk to the neighborhood to get execute and work on it. And I will work to get more business into the neighborhood. I know in Oniville is a lot of empty stores. So I got a plan to bring businesses back into the neighborhood.
What do you think if you are elected, you of course will be making decisions for the whole city, not just Ward 15. So what do you think is the biggest issue facing Providence?
Providence is facing as a big issue is the $1 billion that we have in pension report. That's a big issue. And we have a lot of more issues that when I get elected, I will have to sit down with the rest of the body and make a great decision for the whole city where I can serve my community and the rest of the communities around the city.
And how would you propose to bolster that pension shortfall?
I don't have my number yet, but I had to sit down with the financial department to see how we can work it out.
One of the biggest issues in this neighborhood, of course, has been COVID. The 02909 zip code was one of the hardest hit. And we've also learned that the vaccination rate here is slower than the rest of the state. My colleague actually reported some new numbers today that 02909 has a lower rate of vaccines so far than the rest of the state, than much of the rest of the state, I should say. Why do you think that is, and how would you suggest to get more vaccines in this area?
We have vaccines.
More people vaccinated, I should say.
Okay,
yeah.
More people vaccinated. Okay. We need to create an outreach program, like a Latino outreach, to go into the Latino people, to the community, and talk to them and say, look, we need to get vaccinated. I know in church on Sunday, the priest mentioned it, please get vaccinated. We need to get the trust of the people to get vaccinated. And that's why we need to do to get the voice out. And because Clinical Esperanza is doing a great job at Ryan Oniville, and we need more outreach. But not just dropping off the yellow paper that I see people dropping off. We need like a person to person, like a communication, open book, and go, look, we need you to get vaccinated.
Do you think people are concerned about the vaccine, or do you think they're just not getting the information?
Both ways. People are concerned about the vaccination and they're not getting the full information.
Okay. Switching gears, I want to talk about the 610 connector project.
Great.
It goes right through this ward.
It is.
There's been a lot of construction. It's been going on for years. I'm wondering how you think it's progressing. Are you excited about what it's going to look like when it's all done? Do you have concerns?
I am very excited when it's going to get done because we're going to have less traffic in Oniville. All the traffic that will go to Route 6 going to Johnson, they don't have to go to Oniville. They will use the aerial ramp that they building. I'm very excited for them to finish it, and it will be a great project for the state because it's a lot of money involved, and as soon as they done, it's going to look beautiful, the entrance and the exits.
What do you hear from your neighbors about it?
My neighbors, they saying when they going to be finished. I tell them one day will be finished. One day will be finished, and they have the concern. But like I tell them, it's going to be, it's been a great weather because we haven't get a lot of snow, and this company has been working even with it's on the rain. They doing a great job.
Do you support the expansion of charter schools in Providence?
I support both of them. I support charter school and public school, and the difference between charter and public is that charter school they have a small classrooms than public school, but we need to find a balance how to have both of them, and we can get a great education for our future kids, our future children.
Are you okay with the expansion though, specifically having more charter seats in the city?
I am okay with expansion, but that will come from the speaker house, from the speaker. The speaker is the one who make the decision, and the Senate they will have to make the decision about this extension on charter schools. We love to have more extensions, but also we love to have more taxes to have the extension.
If you're elected to the city council, what is one committee you'd like to serve on?
I will be glad to serve in financial, but I am open to serve in any committee.
And why the finance committee?
I like numbers. I like numbers.
You're a math guy?
Not much, but I like numbers. I like to make good decisions where we can make things better and greater.
And if you're elected, can you tell me a specific proposal or ordinance that you would introduce?
I will work very hard to have more community policing. That will be one ordinance. I would like to see police in the neighborhood walking, saying hi to the neighbors, more communication between the neighbors and the police. Because it's a big issue. We need more police and more safety.
Oscar Vargas, Democrat running for the special election in Ward 15. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for coming to my house. And thank you to the people who's watching this. And thank you for supporting Oscar Vargas for City Council.